Alright, so now we have the method of measurement. Stone is sold by the linear foot if it's for countertops and by the square foot if it's used for flooring. And it's also sold in square tiles. The tile sizes range from 4 by 4, 8 by 8, 12 by 12, 13 by 13, 16 by 16, and 24 by 24 inches. There are many different thicknesses which can range from 1/4 inch to 2 inches. However, the most common is 3/4 to 1 1/4 inch for tiles. Some of the advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages is stone does not lose its beauty with age. It's very durable, it's natural, it's easily maintained, it's fire resistant, and it has a long life cycle. Some of the disadvantages are that it's heavy, it's expensive to ship if you're ordering it from far away, it can scratch if it's a softer stone, and it's slippery when it's wet. The specification format for stone. There are 3 parts to specifying stone. There's the general, which includes, there's general, products, and execution. Within these 3 categories, there are subcategories which include submittals or shop drawings, project conditions, materials, examination, preparation, and installation. For installation, stone tile is installed by either the thick bed or thin set method, which thick bed uses Portland cement border of 1 1/4 inch thick, and it allows for slopes to drains to easily be made so substrate installation doesn't need to be relied on for precision. It can be reinforced with metal mesh backing or with membranes. Thin set is more popular and accounts for 90% of tile installations in the U.S. All methods other than the thick bed are considered thin set, and the mortar can be as thin as 3/32 of an inch. Maintenance. Although natural stone will wear better than pretty much any man-made building product, it still requires maintenance and care. If the stone is used on a floor, then sweeping and regular mopping is important. During construction, stone should be cleaned by sponging to facilitate final cleaning. Care also needs to be taken with cleaning materials for the floor. Be sure to avoid acidic or alkaline solutions as they will eat away at the floor. Pricing. Stone is priced by the ton or by the square foot. Pricing varies with the type of stone and the size and the cut of the stone. Different types of quarrying and the installation method can be factors that will increase the cost. Granite can be $75 a square foot. Limestone is $15 to $20 a square foot. Sandstone is $30 a square foot. Fieldstone can be $130 a ton or about 45 square feet. Flagstone is $170 a ton or about 60 square feet. River rock is $140 a ton or about 40 square feet. Quality differences. Mohs scale is the best way to determine the quality of the stone you purchase. It was created in 1812 by the German geologist and mineralogist Frederick Mohs and is one of several definitions of hardness in materials science. The method of comparing hardness by seeing which materials can scratch others. It's actually more of a table that sorts stone from soft to hard, as you can see here in this picture, with diamond being the hardest and talc is the softest. Environmental, LEED, and sustainable. Stone is a natural and sustainable resource that can be recycled or reclaimed from older buildings. However, if the stone is shipped from another location, the transportation of the stone will consume a lot of energy and resources because of its weight. It's always a good idea to go with the local stone suppliers and see what they offer, as it saves the energy and resources of shipping the stone. The disabled considerations, or ADA. The slip resistance of a flooring should be considered. ASTM C1028 is the most common slip resistance test in the United States. It's a manual test that requires a person to pull on a spring weight until the sample moves across the floor of the surface and therefore subject to user error. Difficulties could be derived from repeated testing of the same material. There's no consensus as to the amount of resistance that is required to produce slip resistance. The test results for textured surfaces are subject to additional reliability questions due to variation caused by the manufacturing process in the surface texture from tile to tile and with each and within each tile. The C1028 test only measures the static COF, or the force it takes to move a stationary object across a surface. Human locomotion is not only a static process, but it is a dynamic process as well. People do not always slip while moving from a stationary position. They also slip while maneuvering across a surface. So those are some things to keep in mind. Fire codes. Stone is a very impressive product when it comes to fire. It doesn't contribute to fire, but however, if the temperature becomes too hot, some types of stone can explode and crack, which can be very dangerous. Thank you for listening to my presentation.